Hawaii. And, you know, this muggy weather is not my favorite. I prefer to have a little bit of sun with a little bit of coolness, but not too much. But yes, guys, how is everybody doing? Hope all is well with you guys. I am heading to the gym. Today is Tuesday, Reset Tuesday. And this morning I was reminded of how important reset really is. I told you guys that my struggle with resetting and balancing is having to put the right proportions on the things that matter. So today was with me and the family. You know, a lot of times when I'm out here, I'm working, I'm going to the gym, so I got all that check. But spending that quality time with family is very important. So today I got up. My daughter's birthday, actually my kid's birthday is starting from Thursday. I have one child is going to be 13, and then a week later, guys, yes, you know, we're military kids, so a week later I have my second child that's going to be celebrating on the 2nd of March their birthday. So they're each individual, they're different, and they all had their main things that they wanted to do. But the misunderstanding today was because my daughter, actually, she's my emotional one. That's the one that, you know, you gotta definitely be in the right thought process when you're talking to her, because she is very detailed. She would read every line, how you say it, if you go up in alto, if you went in soprano. And this morning she was just communicating with me. She's like, Mom, you know, my birthday is on Thursday. And I said, yes, Jada. I said, but you're going to have school on Thursday. She said, well, no, I'm going to do all of my assignments prior so that I can be free for Thursday. Now, remember, you have one kid that's going to tell you what they want, and then you have another kid that assume that you should know what they want. So my daughter assumed that I should know what she wants. So she's telling me her schedule is clear. Now I got to fill in the blanks. Well, mommy, because mommy brains is always on, this is what we got to do, execute. I didn't process it the way she processed it. So she wanted to have quality time with me. And today was one of those days where I was in my, okay, this is what I got to do mood. And it's all about executing for me and not paying attention to the minor details. So when I say resetting with your family, that means spending that quality time that is needed. And I just had a wake-up call because my husband just called me and he was like, you know, I know that you're probably on one of your Lyft rides, but I just want you to know that we have to have a conversation because Jada is a little bit in her feelings. And I was like, why? Hi, sugar, how are you? Welcome back. I'm so glad to see you, sister. Hi, Jinx, how are you? Yes, Jinx, I'm looking forward to going and checking on your page just to check it out for you, sister. Don't worry, I'll go and show my little support. You know, I go and leave my little heart there for you. But going back to this conversation of the reason why we need to reset and check you and see where it is that you're dropping the ball. Anyway, she comes into the conversation by telling me she's clearing her calendar off so that I can go ahead and, you know, figure out what I'm going to do for her birthday. Well, it's her birthday. So I told her, I said, well, why don't you plan something so that way you can be with your friends. And that way, you know, on Thursday, they're in school. So you'll have to plan something for after their schooling. Little did I know, I did not read between the lines because I've been so focused on the things and resetting my dreams and goals. I didn't thought what she was saying was, Mommy, I want to spend time with you. But because she didn't say it, now my son said what he wanted for his birthday and how I must go about with his birthday. He wanted to celebrate with his friends and he gave me all the details. My daughter just told me I'm going to clear my calendar. I'm going to do all my assignments beforehand so that way we could spend time together. She just missed out saying, I want to spend quality time with you, Mommy, all day for my birthday. And because she didn't say it, I didn't fit it into my schedule mentally. I'm thinking, you're going to be in school I'm going to go to work and do my normal routine. And then after work, then I will come and I'll celebrate with you because it's during a school day. And then on Saturday, we can have our quality time together. Well, mind you, I didn't know that. So she had a moment this morning. My husband called and he's like, she's in her feelings because she felt like you didn't put emphasis on spending time with her. You want to go out and you want to do your little things that you normally do. So I felt bad because sometimes, not all the time, people have to give you all the minor details. You should know every individual and you should know who they are and you should be able to fill in the blanks. But the only reason I didn't fill in the blank for her, and what threw me off, was because she wanted her friend with her. And I said, but if you want your friend with you, she's not going to get out of school until 3 o'clock. So in my mind, I wasn't thinking she meant, yeah, we could hang with my friend, but I want to hang with you, mommy. But because she didn't say so. So minor details, when you have your little circle or your friends that you're in or family, learn to pick up on minor details that you should know how to fill in that blank. Like she expected me to fill the blanking, but sometimes we don't know what you want. You got to say what you want. And communication comes in very handy sometimes, because you may be beating around the bush for me and expecting me to know what it is that ruffles your feathers or what completes you, and maybe I'm not thinking on that right now. So try not to put so much on me. If you don't communicate, I don't know what you want, so tell me. So I had a conversation with her just to clear everything up, and I said, just now we got off the phone. I said I wanted to talk about this because most of the time a person on the opposite spectrum thinking that you should know who I am. You should know what I want. No, we don't. This is how growth starts, is because in those little moments is how you're going to start learning each other. That's how you're going to start growing. I didn't know my daughter wanted me to fill in the blanks. I didn't know my daughter thought that I had know that she wanted to spend time with me if she didn't tell me. Listen, I'm only one person. There's only one me. So I divide myself in so many pieces, and it also gives me that moment to reflect and reset that, wait a minute, Paulette, I know you've been pushing it hard for these last couple of months. I know that your projects is coming to head, but family first. Family first. And she is getting older. She's going to be a teenager, guys. She's going to be 13 years old. She's very quiet, very mellow, but her silent means a lot. When you see she's silent down and that little tear just flow from her eyes, something is wrong. And then mommy has to figure it out. So I figured out why she was in her feelings and why she felt that mommy should know when we honestly didn't know. And I'm glad that we had a conversation, because daddy is daddy daycare, and my husband was right on point. He was like, you know what, sometimes I know you have your dreams and your goals, and I'm not taking that away from you, but I just want you to know that those small little details, Paulette, you sometimes miss, and it's very important. So I just want to come on here today and tell you guys that I need to reset myself and check me on not listening to minor details. Sometimes I think that I do a great job at listening and executing. Like if somebody's telling me a problem, I'm a problem solver. I will figure something out to try my best to make you, know that I heard you. You may think I'm not listening, but I am listening. It could take another day or two for me to reflect. But today was an instant reflection of making sure that you are paying attention to those minor details, because people that's close to you, they expect you to at least be able to know, some of their hot buttons, some of their things that's special. So find special little things that you know that individual enjoys or like, and make sure that you give them the best of you, because her birthday for her is very special, and she expected mommy to know that she wanted to spend a whole day with her without her having to tell her, because she did mention, I'm clearing my whole schedule for the day and I'm not going to have no schooling because I'm going to do my assignments prior. And she wanted me to take the time out to say, oh, well, we could spend the whole day together, but because my brains are scattered all over the place, I did not fill in the blank for her. And I was trying to cut her short on her birthday. And she was like, oh, no, you're not. It's my special day. And I just want you to know is that I want to spend it with you. And that's what matters to her. Spending her time with me, not nobody else. And I felt special for a little bit. And a little bit I was thrown back because I was like, oh my gosh, Jada, like really? I didn't know you were that mama Titus type of girl. But she is, and she's showing that she is more and more a mommy's girl the older she gets. She definitely love the company. Mommy's very fun, exciting. And my husband the other day, he's like, do you know when you step in the door, you just light up her world? And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And sometimes you don't know that you light up people's day. You light up people moment. They could be having a bad day and you give them that call of positive joy and hello and I love you and how you doing today? I miss you, checking in. That brightens people's day. So don't forget to do the small minor details daily, not only for yourself but for others as well, especially those that expect you to at least lighten up their day without telling you. Okay, so make sure you lighten up somebody's day today. Make sure you put a smile on their face, and remember that it's okay to fill in the blanks sometimes with positive things. If you don't know what's going on the other side, we don't need to know everything. Just fill it in and ask questions. Okay, you ask those questions. All right, you ask them, are they okay? Do they need something? Make sure that you let them know what's going on and that you're noticing that something is different in them. And sometimes that's all people want to know, is that you're noticing them. They want to feel important. So why not make people feel important by asking them, how about you today? I love you today and every day. All right. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. I just arrived at the gym. I know it's 12 minutes. This is a short one today, but I just wanted to share with you of making sure we don't miss the small moments in people's life and fill in the blanks sometimes, especially if you're close to that individual. You should know them and you should know what it is that it's going to put a smile on their face. And that's what we're here for. Wake up in the morning with gratitude, and we're thankful that we're here living and we're breathing, and somebody else didn't have the chance to do that. So make sure that you drop a nice little positive seed in somebody's life today as you move along with your day. Alrighty, love you guys. And with that, thank you guys for coming into Life with Paulette for today. And don't forget to hit that like button, by the way, on your way out. And if you're just coming in, go ahead and just subscribe to this channel, because we're going to have nice little conversations on the go every day until I can figure out what's the next plan for me and my little channel. Okay, well, I love y'all. Deuces, a bitty goodies, baby. Bye bye.